Greetings to Madam. Today we are going to present our presentation about foundation. Let me introduce our team member. We have FAROUQIE, FAEZ, Adeen and myself, AIKAL. So let's begin. Foundation failure occurs when a building's foundation can no longer support the structure, leading to damage or instability. Several factors contribute to this issue, like soil problems such as change in the type, strength or moisture content can cause the foundation to shift or settle unevenly. Expensive soil like clay, measuring or swell with moisture change leading to movement. So, in this presentation, we will explore real-life example in our country of foundation failures, analyze their cause ranging from poor design to environmental factors, and discuss the consequences both before and after failure. By understanding this impact, we gain insight into the responsibility civil engineers carry in ensuring structures remain secure and resilient. I hope by the end we all have a clearly view of why strong foundations are not just essential but indispensable to our communities and our environment. So for our two real case foundation in Malaysia, we are choosing Highland Tower and Bukit Antarabangsa. So let's check it out.
So first, Highland Tower collapse in 1993. Location happened at Taman Hillview, Ulu Pelang, Selangor. Death 11 December 1993. Incident happens at Block 1 of the Highland Towers. A third-story apartment building collapsed, leading to the deaths of 48 people. Types of failure: foundation failure and slope failure. So right now we are going to the failure impact to environment and society. So for environment, first, landslide and soil erosion. It will increase the risk of further landslides, which can block rivers, damage infrastructure and lead to loss of arable land. Second, destruction of natural habitats. Reduced biodiversity as plants and animals lose their natural habitats, leading to the extinction of some species and the disruption of ecosystems. Third, water contamination. Affects human health through polluted drinking water, harms aquatic life and reduce water quality, making it unsuitable for agriculture and recreation. So, fourth, increased slope and instability. Creates unsafe conditions for development, increasing the likelihood of future landslides or collapse, which can endanger nearby communities and infrastructure. So next we are going to society. So first is loss of life, cause grief and emotional distress in affected communities, weaken social cohesion and may result in a labor shortage in some areas. So second, displacement of residents leads to loss of homes, livelihoods and social networks, as well as increased pressure on temporary housing and support service in new areas. So third, physiological trauma results in long-term mental health issues such as anxiety, depression and post-traumatic stress disorder among affected individuals. Fourth, legal and regulatory change. New laws or regulation may improve safety and environmental protection, but they can also lead to increased costs for business and delays in development projects. Public outcry and legal battles puts pressure on governments and corporations to take responsibility, potentially leading to compensation for affected communities, stricter enforcement of laws, and a shift towards sustainable practice. So this is our before and after landslide and erosion after the failure.
So now I will explain the cause of the failure for the Highland Tower. The collapse of the Highland Tower was primarily due to a combination of poor drainage design, water pressure build-up, and geotechnical issues related to hillside construction. So, it started from the poor drainage design leading to water accumulation. Second, excessive hydrostatic pressure on the retaining wall. Third, water seepage weakening the soil and causing a landslide. And fourth, foundation failure due to soil erosion and loss of support. And the last, it causes the collapse of the building. So now we are going to move to the second real cases in Malaysia, which is Bukit Antarabangsa landslide in 2008. Location at Bukit Antarabangsa, Ampang, Selangor. Date 6 December 2008. So the incident is a landslide occurred in the residential area of Bukit Antarabangsa, killing 4 people and destroying several houses. So this type of failure is slope failure, landslide. So this is the failure impact to environment and society. For the environment, the first one is destruction of natural habitat. The landslide resulted in a massive displacement of soil and vegetation, causing extensive damage to the natural hillside ecosystem. The second one is soil erosion and land degradation. This erosion not only affected the landslide site but also impacted surrounding areas, where the loss of vegetation led to further land degradation. Third is water pollution. This sedimentation affected water quality, impacting aquatic life and downstream communities reliant on these water sources. The fourth is increased risk of further landslide. Without a proper rehabilitation, the site remained at high risk, threatening nearby areas and placing additional pressure on environmental stability. Now is for the society. So the first one is loss of life and injury. The landslide tragically resulted in deaths of 4 people, while many others were injured. The second is displacement and property damage. Several homes were destroyed or severely damaged, forcing residents to evacuate the area. So the third is psychological trauma. Survivors and residents in the surrounding area experience lasting psychological trauma from the event. Fourth is economic loss. The landslide led to substantial financial losses, with millions spent on emergency response, rescue operations, and cleanup. And the last is policy and regulatory changes. The incident led a reassessment of policies regarding hillside construction, with authorities prioritizing stricter land use, planning and development restriction in high-risk areas. So this is the before and after the failure.
Okay, next, the cause of the failure. The Bukit Antarabangsa landslide was caused by a combination of poor slope management, inadequate drainage system, and unstable soil conditions. So, first is inadequate drainage system leading to soil saturation, soil instability caused by excessive water infiltration, improper hillside development without adequate geotechnical reinforcement, failure to address previous slope failures resulting in cumulative weakening of the area. caused the collapse of the landslide. Next, comparison of causes Highland Tower collapse and the Bukit Antara Bangsa landslide. So, both cases were heavily influenced by inadequate drainage system and water infiltration, leading to the weakening of soil on hill slopes. In both cases, heavy rainfall exacerbated these issues, causing soil saturation and slope instability. Additionally, poor slope management and a lack of proper monitoring played significant roles in both failures. Next, the conclusion. The Highland Tower collapse and Bukit Antara Bangsa landslide serve as a reminder of the critical importance of proper planning, geotechnical analysis, and effective drainage system in hillside development. Both cases illustrate how inadequate drainage and failure to reinforce slope can lead to devastating environmental degradations, significant property damage, loss of life, and long-term social and economic impacts. These cases underscore the importance of sustainable construction and preventative measures to ensure the safety of hillside communities and preservation of Malaysia's environmental landscape. Thank you for Madam and our friends to see our video presentation. Thank you.